Guys, my name is Jason. I'm a motorcycle instructor at MTS Sussex, and as we're all in lockdown at the moment, I figured I'd take the time to talk to you guys about one of my bikes. Here it is. This is my 1943 Harley Davidson WLC. So WLC is the flathead or side valve model with 45 cubic inch V-twin. So that's about 750cc in new money. As you can see, this vehicle is a hand shift foot clutch machine, which makes it a completely different animal to ride compared to a modern motorcycle. That's probably the biggest difference you'll find coming off of a modern bike onto one of these. Another difference you might find is the brakes. The brakes on these bikes are practically non-existent. They're what Jay Leno on YouTube would call anti-stop brakes as opposed to anti-lock brakes. I like to think the front brake on this bike more like a stress ball. You sort of squeeze it to make you feel a bit better about what you're doing, but it doesn't actually slow you down at all. As you can see, the front brake's actually only a tiny little depth there, so it's not actually going to really give you much friction or stopping power. The rear brake's a little bit more substantial, but still nothing compared to a modern brake, and obviously it's quite a heavy bike to be stopping at some speed. The speed of this bike, with the 3-speed gearbox that's in it and the gear ratios that are on it from the Second World War, you're sort of talking about 65 mile an hour as a push, to be honest. The accelerator on this bike is not sprung loaded, so wherever you put it, it's going to stay there like a power pack on a generator. Not that that's that scary, to be honest, because it only gives you about sort of 12 horsepower anyway. The other twist grip on this side is actually for the advance and retard, so that's when your spark happens on your engine. Obviously retard is slower, advance is faster. You sort of retard the timing so that when you kick the bike over, it doesn't kick back, but once it's running, you pretty much put it on advance to ride the bike. We've also got a little horn button here, a high-low beam, and that's kind of it for our controls. We've got the ignition switch down here, so putting the big knob around there, one click to the right puts the ignition on, putting it around again will put the ignition on with the lights. So there's actually, as you can see, there's a bit of a sort of a blank spot between the two, so as you're riding, turning from on to on with lights, you can almost cut the